this would have been a really good road back in the 1850s. Like, this would have been a fantastic road in that time frame. But the roads were like narrow, like even narrower than this at the beginning, and they were muddy, and trying to get through areas was very difficult. But this would have been a typical road way back in the day, you know, and this would have been close to Toronto as well, right, when everything started, because everything was densely forested. This is what Canada, when Ontario, used to look like. They have all kinds of vents. This is great. Well, good morning. My name is David. Today on back roads. We're doing a little bit of back roads driving in the township of Mono. We are just going to be pulling into HOCKLEY Valley, little community. It's on a Saturday around lunchtime. It's a busy day. I think the police actually just blocked off Airport Road. So that is never a good thing. Too many accidents happen on Airport Road. So if you're in that area, just be very well aware of what can happen. You gotta pay attention. A lot of people do not pay attention when they drive. So this is the general store on the left-hand side. Lots of bikers come through here. This is one of their stops on their off-road adventure. But it's got like the LCBO is here as well, grocery store, so to speak, and they also have all kinds of baked goods, coffee. You can get some lunch in there as well. Pretty cool little place. There's really not much to say about HOCKLEY Valley other than you have this tiny little community of maybe 4 roads. That's really all that's here. But what's here is it's kind of nice. Fall colors are just, it's popping. It's looking nice. Sorry about my windscreen, it's not so nice. Once I turn away from the sun, it'll be okay. You're just not going to get the glare. But yeah, a lot of these homes are built in the 70s, 80s. I think probably a number of them have been very well maintained. A number of them have been renovated. Nice little community. Some really good people. I've met quite a few people in HOCKLEY Valley, and everyone that I've met is very nice. But that general store, that holds the community together. Left-hand side, you got the hockey community hall, and you've got the hockey church. A lot of people have their own businesses, so you'll see a lot of their signs on the lawns and things like that. This parking lot back where that person just turned. Lots of parking. A lot of people just kind of park on a little bit on the road here. So let's go off on some of the back roads here. Take a look at the fall colors, because it's that time of the year, man. Love this time of the year. The only problem that this time of the year brings is we're a little bit closer to winter. And with winter, we're just a little bit closer to the white stuff. And I'm not ready. I am not ready at all. I think we've missed the peak of the colors right now. This is kind of the tail end of it. You get a lot of the browns, a lot of the faded oranges, but you will get some that are popping red. Like you got one up here on the right side, you'll see it. Well, maybe you won't see it. I don't know. Anyways, it's that time of the year. So if I go quiet for a second, it's either I'm thinking about something to say or I'm drinking my Timmy's coffee. I'm early for a real estate appointment, so I thought, hey, you know what? Since I have this channel, why not throw the camera up and do a little bit of filming? So many people go up Airport Road and they miss a lot of the interior of Mono or Caledon, or it really doesn't matter wherever. I mean, typically most people just stick to the main highways. But when you stick to the main highways, you run into a lot of traffic. You run into idiots who don't know how to drive, cause problems. Like I said, there's already an accident on Airport Road. And so I like to, when I'm early, I like to veer off and take some of these back roads, because then I don't have to deal with all the crap. So for those of you who don't know where Mono Township is, and that's spelled M-O-N-O, and it's just outside of Orangeville, to the east. Airport Road kind of runs through kind of the center of it, and it goes all the way up to Highway 89. So from Highway 9 up to Highway 89 over to just one line over to the west of Highway 10, all the way over to kind of where we were in Hockley, to the east. You got some of the colors on the right hand side. I don't know if you can see it. I can't really move the camera, so fortunately. But you got these trees here right off the side of the road. Right, these are all, about a week ago, these were so red. I'm assuming they were so red. I just love it when the trees come over top of the highway, or the road, I should say, and they make these arches. It's so nice. I would honestly rather leave half an hour early and take these roads as opposed to the main roads, specifically at this time of the year. In the wintertime, not so much fun. Springtime, again, still not that much fun. But summer and autumn, or fall, whichever one you guys call it. So I'm probably going to go up to, I'm thinking I go up to 25th Side Road. Go up to 25th Side Road, then I can go west, and then I can make my way to my appointment from there. So, have you been to Mono? Do you have any stories? Most people, if they come to Mono, really the only place that they're going is Hockley Valley. right? They go to the resort there. They either go golfing, they go skiing, they go wine tasting, they go to the spa, they stay over at the the hotel that's there. That's their what they do, right? They want to get away from the city and they go there. That's typically kind of where they end up, and they don't go explore kind of outside of there. I mean, there's a brewery. I don't know if we're going to pass by it. I don't think so. But there's a brewery up here, right? You have the Bruce Trail. It's beautiful. Like, the trail is incredible. But that's here. Obviously, you got the little general store. Look at that tree. Ooh. Really nice. Probably Sheldon Creek. Yeah, this is Sheldon. So, 1834 Sheldon. I don't know if there was a dairy. No, I think that's Shaw's Creek. That's a dairy. That's further towards Alliston. That house to the left. Sorry you can't see it, but my gosh, that was something else. Oh, baby. You know, maybe I should come down and film. Okay, that house. Oh my gosh, Sheldon Mill. Beautiful housing. The other thing, look, I've been in real estate for 20 years or so. And it never ceases to amaze me what people are able to buy, what they're able to afford to buy, and where they get their money from. I mean, you can go to the standard, investment bankers and stuff like that. But you get a lot of entrepreneurs, a lot of people who have created, businesses, people who have invented things, inheritance. I mean, people are all over the map with how they come up with their money. But the homes that they buy are just phenomenal in so many ways. I mean, I had a client, and he was a programmer, and he created some software that he was able to sell, and he did quite well on the sale. And now he's moved on to other things, sold his house, and he's doing really well for himself. And then there's others. I mean, I helped a client of mine. He was a CEO, or he was the CFO of a company. And then once he retired, he realized he was bored, he wanted to continue. And so he continued on, and he did a lot of consultant work. And that brought in, obviously, a lot of money. And, and some of these guys, they've got ooh, that's going to hurt. You have a lot of these CEOs and CFOs and people in high up in corporate Canada, and they are in positions of, if they've played their cards right, they've got $5 million, $10 million, and they're 75, they're 80, and they've got 2 kids, and they have all this money. So, starting to see the wealth transfer start to happen. And it's been going on for, I'd say, probably a good 5 years. Just before COVID happened, it's been going for a good number of years. But I think it's starting to accelerate a little bit more. So we'll see what happens. Okay, so it says no exit. It may say no exit, but you can exit. Okay, hold on a second. I need to fix my camera here. Hold on. Nobody's behind me because I'm on these side roads. Let's go down into the valley here. So this road will get me out, but it's a no winter maintenance road, which means you're driving on this road that doesn't get maintained. They may come through from time to time and grade the road. Probably more likely in the summer or fall, and they'll do that. But in the wintertime, you're not driving on this road. It's not a road. So this is what you have to think about. This road right now, this would have been a really good road back in the 1850s. Like, this would have been a fantastic road in that time frame. But the roads were like narrow, like even narrower than this at the beginning. And they were muddy, and trying to get through areas was very difficult. But this would have been a typical road way back in the day. You know, and this would have been close to Toronto as well, right? When everything started, because everything was densely forested. This is what Canada, when Ontario, used to look like. Blows my mind. You know, I've met so many people that either didn't pay attention in history, or it wasn't taught, depending on where in the world, what version of history they were taught. But yeah, I'm always fascinated with, you know, people go, wow, I didn't know. I just, you know, and I'm like, so the road, you know, the road's always here. But again, you know, if you're not living in this type of area, you don't think about it, right? You drive along main highways, you know, Dixie Road, Eglinton, Dundas, like, you know, main roads that you just take for granted every day. But this is what it was like. Like, parts of Ontario weren't opened up to settlement. I mean, this is just a little bit of water on the road, but can you imagine if it was the whole road all the way going to wherever you had to go? The amount of rain that would come down and it would become impassable was so difficult. Transportation was so difficult back in the day. Look, I'm no historian by any stretch of the imagination. I'm a realtor, but I do like to dabble in, you know, educating myself with history. And I think it's a lot of fun, because, you know, here we are in 2025. I mean, people were here in 1834, right? Like, it's, you know, I don't know. I just find it very fascinating. Yeah, you got a lot of truckers, and they'll find a property where they can park their rigs, because you can't do that in a lot of places in the city. There's not enough room. So this is Airport Road, and when you drive over and you're on the top of a hill, it is not for the faint of heart if you're trying to cross just like I did. Have to get this windscreen cleaned at some point. motorcycle enthusiast, you may not want to live on one of these side roads because obviously they're not paved. I've seen a number of people. I'm gonna have to go down. I don't really want to go down Airport Road, but I may have to. Why don't we do that? I could go that way, but I can't get to where I need to go. So as of the time I'm recording this, the Blue Jays are down by a game. It's 3-2 for Seattle. So fingers crossed, bring it back to Toronto, play another game. Hopefully they win because they don't do very well when they're at home. And if they win at home, then it goes back to Seattle and we may actually have a shot. We may actually have a shot to get into the World Series. So we'll see. There's no guarantees. This is the way it goes. But it would be great to see them because it's been, what was it? It's been a long time. What was it, 1992, I think, that they won the World Series? They won it back-to-back years. I think we're long overdue. This is Airport Road. It is a very busy road on the weekends, specifically at certain times of the day. And there's a lot of idiots that drive on this road and they'll go 120 kilometers an hour around some of these corners. And there's been tons of accidents. But it's a very beautiful road, that's for sure though. But it may be one of the most dangerous roads that I know of north of the city. Steeles Avenue in Toronto is not the best either, but this may give you a good shot. No. I think the best view is way back there, but I didn't reach the top. But anyways. This is the brewery, the Mono Center Brewery. This is County Road 8, but we call it Mono Center Road as well. What a beautiful day. What's the temperature? It is 22 degrees right now. 22 degrees. What's the date? It's the 18th of October. Stunning. And this is Mono Center Brewing right here. They have all kinds of events. This is great. If I keep going down the road, I can make my way into Mono Cliffs Provincial Park. But I'm going to go over to where this church is. Now, is this 4th or is this 5th? This is 5th. All right, well, I think I'm going to leave you out on this back road. My name's David, and this has been another episode of Backroads. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you like the video, maybe think about subscribing, liking, commenting. All these things help in trying to grow the channel. Like I always say, get out and explore. We'll see you on the next one.